Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 54 of Two Left Thumbs, your source of weekly gaming news and updates. In this week's episode, we're going to be talking about Project xCloud, updates to Oculus Rift, or Oculus Quest, sorry, COD's fun little exclusivity deal that came out this week, and a little bit about Last of Us 2 multiplayer. We also have all the weekly deals across console platforms for you. I'm Puppies. Hi. Joining me today is Grey. How you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. I am good.
Yeah,
yep.
That's good.
I'm not actually. I'm tired as hell.
Dying on the inside. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, we're short static this week. Here's some family commitments, so it's just us today.
It is cozy. We can speak about Destiny 2. This whole entire cast.
We can. We're now Destiny 2 cast. Once again, we have returned to glory.
Getting ready for Shadowkeep. How's your week been, dude? So I have got nothing for anyone this week because I've pretty much been away in the bush camping. So it's up to you, mate, to carry me.
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
Oh man, so I've Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I'm getting better at shooting bows, which is nice. I can actually hit targets now. Getting a hang of the combat. I'm getting into more of the quests and through the story a bit more, but it's really
nice.
good. I now have a horse. The way horses work is like they don't like bushes, man. Like if you try to walk through a bush with a horse, if it's like just a tiny little shrub, it's like no, it's not gonna do it. It's just like run into it. It's like a hard wall for this horse. It's the weirdest thing. It's like no, my immersion, it's gone. Fuck. But
what did you call the horse?
Its name is Pebbles. It comes with the name Pebbles.
Okay.
But it's very kind of you whistle when it comes and you climb on it. So it's a very standard horse thing. It kind of randomly appears out of nowhere, which is fun.
Can you joust with it on it?
Not yet.
I bet you can.
I can wield weapons, so I'm assuming if there's a jousting section, it'll be a thing that happens. I'm pretty sure you can upgrade your horse too at some point. But again, I'm still fairly young in the story still, I think. And stuff like that.
Upgrade the horse. What did you hooves and new shoes and
I just think a new horse with like different breeds and stuff that'll perform better, possibly. I don't know, because there's all these other fancy horses that I can steal. So I'm assuming if I can steal a horse, I can use someone to like replace my other one eventually. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You would think so.
So I've been doing that most of the week, but I also got a night to play the KFC dating simulator.
Oh, fuck off! Yes. I honestly didn't think you'd do this.
I did. I was genuinely excited to play this fucking game, and it was hilarious, man. It was.
Alright.
It was like super over the top and super anime, but you go to this culinary school, and you get to learn to cook and become this really good chef. And there's this guy who's like, you hear about this mysterious student who's supposed to be like God's gift to the culinary arts. And there's all these like rumors about him having magic powers and shit. You rock up, it's just like this young, tall, thin, like handsome, almost Virgil looking Colonel Sanders. And everyone's in love with him. And you've got to like, you've got like I think the story kind of brings like there's a few choices, but it doesn't make a massive impact on the story in the grand scheme of things, I don't think. But there's a few things, and one will like you'll have to start again with like that from that checkpoint because someone will die or something will go terribly wrong.
What?
Yeah.
Can you explain to me give me the premise, give me the rundown here. What's the gameplay? It's
a dating sim, so you presented with choices. Okay. Yes.
So it's a pick your own kind of adventure type.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no action or RPG mechanics or I guess
no, nothing like that at all. It's just all make choices. There's a few quizzes and stuff you have to do and remember things, which is like just remembering certain things or just guessing them. If you get it wrong, you just do the quiz again, basically. You fight a spork monster.
Spork monster.
Yeah, they have this whole they had this whole thing with sporks going on because the KFC like hand out like those little spork things you get.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's like this running joke about these sporks. They're always like you could like use a spork. And it's,
wait, what platform did you play on?
I played on PC. It's on Steam only. It's a free game. I got 3 hours out of it to get through it.
Okay.
And it was just so over the top. It was brilliant. And there's like a robot character. There's like the super. There's like the super committed best friend. There's the there's the rivals, which are definitely not ripoffs from Pokemon at all. One of the female rival actually looks like one of the teams from Team Magma.
All right.
Grown up, yeah. And so you've got to try and go through this game and I tried to seduce the Colonel. Plot twist, it didn't work out for me at all. I'm baffled though. With this game, I still don't understand how it came to be. Because it's KFC. It just went like I don't know how it came about, but it's there, and I love that it's there because it's hilarious. It has like a few little jokes, like gaming tropes and stuff. Like there's like, here's a battle scene, and then you've got to like do like a turn-based fight against this spork monster at some point. And
sweet Jesus, I'm glad you played it.
Now
so I'd never ever have to.
Oh man, no, you have to go play it. You have to do it. It's
not
like
a chance.
Just spend an hour.
No.
And also the teacher of your class.
Are you going to go back through it again?
No.
Okay, so it's a one and done.
It's very one and done, yeah. But it was still like for the 3 hours, I had a lot of fun.
Did they do any cool shit like I don't know, halfway through does it pop up with a new KFC deal, or like can you print a coupon or something like that?
It doesn't.
Oh, fucking opportunities.
But there's like the create, like I'm thinking there's like points where you're creating very iconic KFC meals, like you come up with like the mash and gravy and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's all based around Colonel's 11 herbs and spices. That's how like he like blows everyone's mind with this fucking chicken recipe. And he has like this whole weird backstory with this whole Benjamin Button thing going on, where you go to his house at some point. He's like super young, but there's all these photos of him being like really old, like the Colonel that people actually know from like the advertising.
Mm-hmm.
It was like all over the place, but it was funny.
Right.
Yeah, that was my week. I tried to bang.
So that's all you played.
So
you played Colonel Sanders and
Kingdom
what's the other
Come.
one? Kingdom Come. Nice. That was more gaming than what I got in. So
I know, right?
It's good.
Professional.
Very good.
So let's get into the freebies and deals this week.
Sounds riveting.
It is. It's amazing. On PSN this week we have Batman Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3. Their deal of the week this week is F1 2019 for $60. And for PSN deals, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider for $30. And South Park Fractured But Whole, $18.
Well, the South Park one was $80 last week.
Oh, was it really? Wow, that's a massive drop. That's a good game too.
They slashed like 80% off it. So, and that is a wicked game. I've only played like the first half of it on the Switch, but loved it, man. And I love the first game. The first game was so awesome. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider, it is what it is. It's
a good game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Arkham Knight, I've played through a lot of that. That's a good game.
We went through those last week because they're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same as the ones. Yeah, they're going to be there for the month.
That's true. Alright, so we've got to move over to Xbox. Games with Gold this week. We have Hitman First Complete Season. That was the last week. We Were Here again. And the new one this week is Tekken Tag Tournament. Say that 10 times fast. Half drunk. Deals with Gold this week. We have Rock of Ages 2, Bigger and Bolder. Yes, that's the rock boulder that he's using there for the spelling. And Kerbal Space, that's $53. And then we have Kerbal Space Program for $13.
What's the Kerbal Space Program?
You build spaceships. It's like a rocket building simulator. So you build these spaceships and you have to try and send them to space.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty cool. And then Rock of Ages 2 is like a tower defense kind of thing where you're a giant rolling rock and you have to destroy these castles.
Can relate. Understand.
Yeah, pretty wacky. It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
This week on the Switch, our two selections are Cuphead for $24 and Celeste for $18.
Have you played either?
I haven't played either, but I've heard phenomenal things about both.
I've never played Cuphead. No, it's a good game. Celeste I've played.
Yeah.
Very difficult game, but a lot of fun. That was free last week, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, on the Epic Game Store it was free, but looks like they swapped over. But anyway.
Yeah, speaking of Epic Game Store, nice little
segue
there. We have a game called Everything. It's a simulator of sorts where you can go anywhere and then become anything. It was like super weird. I was trying to like get a gist of it from the description and watching the trailer, and I couldn't quite get my head around what was going on. But basically you could go like into space or wherever you wanted, and if you found something you could copy it and become that thing and just like cruise around.
Okay.
That's my understanding from like the 5 minutes I had to kind of wrap my head around what was going on there. Definitely interesting.
It's a fitting name then.
Yeah, it's just everything.
Everything.
And then the other one we have this week is Metro 2033 Redux.
Go.
And
play.
that is, and as far as I know, that comes with all the DLC as well, I think.
That would be the remastered one too. That's the
Redux are the remastered ones. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. They have that on PC for free. That's
it's pretty neat.
That's an amazing first-person shooter.
It is. I've played through.
I loved them.
All the Metro games are fucking fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. News and updates this week. Again, guys in chat, you want to chip in and ask any questions or put an opinion in? Now's your time. So first one off the rank is we have Project xCloud is coming to public testing. So in a blog post this week, Microsoft unveiled the next stages for Project xCloud. They said, today we're inviting the community to take the next step with us and join Project xCloud. I'm going to say that a few times, be warned. Preview in brackets. Coming this October to the United States, United Kingdom and Korea. Public preview is a critical phase in our multi-year ambition to deliver game streaming globally at the scale and quality of experience that the gaming community deserves and expects. Time to put Project xCloud to the test in its broader capacity with a range of gamers, devices, network environments, and real-world use case scenarios. And this is where you come in. At Xbox, we made it a priority to engage with all of you to help in the creation process. We want you to play with us and share your feedback on Project xCloud so we can iterate and improve week after week. Join us, have fun playing, share your stories and feedback, be part of the journey. So you can sign up for this at the website, which we can't because Australia. But if you're in the UK, US, or Korea, get in there and like let us know what it's like.
So what are they? Do you know what have they said? What they're going to have on offer for?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
Not that I can find. But that's pretty cool. Like, public preview. I mean, they're probably. I want to say they're probably still a year or so out. I reckon they might release this with Scarlet, possibly, as like a side thing.
Like a while ago, this is years away, years and years. Like, don't expect it anytime soon. Yeah.
Huh? Maybe.
He said like they're testing it and putting it all out. Yeah, I don't know where I read that somewhere. I've seen it in a new. Who knows? But it's good that they're being open and kind of letting people beta test it, I guess.
Yeah,
because it could backfire pretty bad.
Yeah, well, they've been testing it internally with staff, as far as I know, like with an alpha test, and they've been saying it's working pretty well. things are going forward. And I think that's why they've moved to the public preview now, to really kind of test those connections, see what the input's like with like the connection lags and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, giving us a real world application. I mean, they're doing it small bits in the US, but to kind of push it out a little more internationally into different regions will really kind of give it a run for its money to see if it's really going to hold up, if they need to do anything.
So give me a run through again. What is the xCloud thing? It's just a streaming service to any device, isn't it?
Yes. So you can have any device, whether it be mobile, PC, your Xbox, tablet, browser. No, it wouldn't be browser. I think Google's got a lockdown on that. But yeah, then you can just take your games and you can play them using your Xbox or their servers as like the main base from it. So you stream it from that. So similar to the way the game streaming works now from PC to Xbox, or it used to. I'm not sure if it's still a thing. It'll be like that, but basically for every device.
So like PlayStation now.
Yeah.
But they only do it to their select devices. Like they don't allow it to go everywhere. They just do it to their own things.
Or they Israel Hype and Chess said they're looking at Nintendo Switch as well as an option.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's really cool. They're gonna push their shit everywhere. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's that they have to get this. This is something you need to test in the real world. You can't do this in a fucking in your little HQ and go, wow, look how good it is, and then put it out with people that have substandard connections or whatever it may be, because that'll just wreck it.
Yeah, it'll be good to see how this goes. I'm not even sure on dates. I just know it's soon. I dare say it'll be in the next few months.
Yep.
At least. Did I even say when it was? Oh, October. There you go. So next month. All right. Next one. Oculus Quest is getting handsy. I had to do it. I'm sorry. Oculus is launching hand tracking for its Quest virtual reality headset in an update early next year. The system will apparently use the Quest's built-in cameras to track hand motion at a fine-grained level, instead of requiring a controller system like the Oculus Touch, according to Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, of Zuckers. It's part of a larger push to minimize the amount of hardware required for virtual reality.
Cool.
VR
I love it.
Just took a whole new leap forward, man.
It certainly did. A whole new level. Holy Jesus. Have you dabbled into VR?
I have not.
Not just VR porn. Talking like VR.
So VR. No.
Have you ever used one? Have you ever used a headset?
I've never used a VR headset. Like I've seen like the I've like the shitty little foam ones.
Don't talk about your fucking phone. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's the closest I've come. Okay. So it's something I'm not experienced with yet, but now that I have something that may run it, it's something I'm going to be looking into definitely in the future to check out.
Do you think it's something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, man.
Or would this be a product you'd have to test first before buying?
I'm going to test it first. Because I mean, it's cool. And as a streamer as well, I could do some really cool shit with it. Mm-hmm. But it'd be interesting to see how long before the novelty of it all wears off. I mean, there's not a lot out there at the moment either. Like, there's like a lot of smaller games, but like your major ones like Beat Saber and stuff. There's a few games that have VR adaptability as well. But there's not a huge variety of games out there at the moment.
No, so I picked up the PlayStation VR on release. There was some really good experiences in there, but there's no, like you said, there's no solid games to it.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly, all the VR headsets. So I've used the Oculus, I've used the Vive. We had a Vive here the other day. The putting on the headset, it feels great, but then you've got cords all hanging off you. You're attached to fucking everything. If you've got kids or anything like you can't do it.
I think the Quest is the wireless one.
Yeah, the Quest is that's the Super Flash one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm pretty like keen for this one. Would be really good. I wouldn't even guess how expensive this would be in Australia.
Oh, it's gonna be
I mean,
like
if the Vive goes for like $1,000,
it's gonna be a couple of grand easy.
Yeah, it'd have to be. But man, I love and hate VR because VR that's done good is good to play. The Batman Arkham experience, I guess you could call it, whatever it is, super awesome. It was fucking wicked to play. Like, you look down, you're fully Batman, you're throwing the batarangs around, you're doing the thing. Played a different game, got incredibly sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like I had to take the thing off, put it down. So that's it. I can't, no more today. But that's the feeling that it left me with. So, yeah, I don't know. I want to love VR because of how cool the tech is and what you can do with it. And that's why, like, what this is here, especially if it can pick up your hands and stuff, that's insane.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the amount of like, so it give it like what 3 or 4 years once developers really kind of start specking for that hand control, and it's not just a novelty.
Yeah,
they're gonna be able to do some really cool shit with it.
Yeah, and to be able to actually grab something like in game and it recognize that you are in that space and you're not just a pair of eyes in that space.
Yeah,
would bring the immersion to like a whole new level.
Yeah, Matrix cool. Here we come.
Yeah.
This is how it started.
That's it.
Alright, so, next story. Modern Warfare game option is a PS4 exclusive until October 2020. Fuck Activision. Spec Ops, which was first introduced into Modern Warfare 2 in a series of is a series of short scripted missions that can be either played solo or co-op. They've been missing from the last few Call of Duty games. Obviously, they've been trying to work on them and stuff. So the return has been pretty welcomed by most long-time series fans. The excitement for PC and Xbox users will be a little tempered though, because yesterday's announcement, while the core Spec Ops experience will be appearing on all platforms, survival mode, which is essentially like a horde mode for Call of Duty, which is available as an option in Spec Ops, won't be turning up outside PS4 until October 2020, which is conveniently around when the new game comes out, like the new Call of Duty installment comes out. This is so fucking
dumb.
Oh man,
so dumb. I don't even know why. And Activision love making these things. Last generation, they were just right up in bed with Microsoft and Call of Duty. And then this generation, they've been right into PlayStation.
Yeah,
and it's so shit.
So scummy. Yeah. Like I can understand maybe like, I mean, it's still shitty, but like a week or whatever. Because I remember way back when it used to be like a month for new DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, it was an ideal, but a year for a single game mode is pretty fucked.
And that's it is. How ironic is it? It's when the next Call of Duty comes out, so that generally the Call of Duties die off pretty quick when the new one comes out. Yeah,
they do. So you're going to be getting a game mode for a game that no one's going to be fucking playing.
Yeah.
Or giving a shit about it. I mean, because they did the same thing with Destiny, with like exotics and a couple of things. It was like, yeah, you can wait a year. And then they pushed it back even further because they decided to be pricks about it. This is Activision.
So is it? It definitely is just the horde mode of it. It's not the. Is it? Not the entire Spec Ops section?
Not the entire Spec Ops, it's just that one specific mode in the Spec Ops section, which is like a horde mode.
Because Spec Ops has only been... Each brand, like, so Infinity Ward does the Spec Ops missions. Who's the other ones? Another team does the...
No, they're newer.
I can't remember. Well, I've lost it anyway. The other team does the zombie. So what I'm getting at is each team has their own individual spin that they put on each series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you haven't seen Spec Ops for a few years. It's because it's Infinity Ward's turn to come back, and it's
there
you go.
Thank you, Static.
Yeah.
Treyarch
That's why I have it. Treyarch. That's
yeah.
How come I think of that?
We're professional gamers, guys. Professional.
Treyarch. That's it. It's like right there. So yeah. So each one has their own spin. And I forget which one. One of them even had the aliens thing that you had to do. You had to run from the alien, like the alien wave. That was awesome. That was a really hard platinum to get.
I remember that one.
Yeah, you had to get all the way in to plant the bomb or something, and then escape and get out back onto the ship, back onto your helicopter.
Yeah, no, I remember playing that. That was hard as balls to do, man.
Yeah, that was insane. I got the platinum for it, for beating that. You had to get in and out without dying.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
But no, I remember that. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun, and they've never brought it back. That was a one-off thing.
One-off things gone now. Aliens aren't cool anymore. We're back to zombies.
But this is shit. I don't like this. No way.
Fucking
obviously, there's a lot of money changes hands and
so much,
etc. What do you do?
Yeah. I think the worst part is like the developers themselves probably have no control over that whatsoever.
They would not have any control over it.
We're having this. And they probably fought for it just to be that, because I reckon that originally they wanted the whole Spec Ops mode.
Ooh.
I reckon that's what happened. They said, oh yeah, we want the Spec Ops mode to be exclusive for a year. And they've fought them down to like one mode in the Spec Ops mode. It's like,
could you imagine? Yeah, could you imagine if Treyarch put zombies exclusive to Xbox?
It would kill the game.
It would kill the game.
There would be riots.
Yeah. People would.
I mean, zombies.
It would. I reckon it would sway a lot of people because a lot of those modes are quite popular.
They are, yeah.
Especially how short player campaigns normally are. They're normally what 5 to maybe
5 to 6
maximum,
hours.
Yeah, 7 hours. Like they don't go for very long.
No, they're very short.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, zombies was like it could be its own game if they wanted it to be. They could sell that separately, and it would still sell well.
Yeah.
And they just update it. Actually, they should do that. You could have that trailer. Just make a zombies game, and fucking sell that separately. Just change the words so it's not tied in as much. Keep it in the same universe, but do the whole thing. Anyway. Last story of tonight, because this week was short on news a little bit. Well, it was a little bit. Last of Us 2 multiplayer won't be happening this time around. Following a 3-hour preview session with The Last of Us 2, Naughty Dog developers and Sony reps confirmed that to multiple outlets that the game will be a single-player experience from start to finish. Bit of a surprise move from Naughty Dog. They had a multiplayer previously in The Last of Us, or in Factions, and it was somewhat popular. And we were kind of assuming that it would come with some kind of multiplayer this time around, but explaining the 180 Naughty Dog co-game director, Anthony Newman, said the game's scope has grown to such a size where it wasn't possible for the studio to support a multiplayer mode. So single player was, we got real in deep with it. Too much work. So, not too much work, but it became a lot of work, so we're just ditching multiplayer, which is good. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Have never played Last of Us, I'm still okay with it.
Well, funny enough, the Last of Us multiplayer was actually quite good. It was fun to play. It was different. And it hung around for a while. It had a pretty passionate base of fans. But I also like that they recognized that their scope was getting too big. And instead of, shortening up their ambition or whatnot, they just killed off the multiplayer. Like, we won't go for that yet. Let's just focus on what we've got to do.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was something they brought in later on the DLC. So, hey guys, we've got the multiplayer kind of sorted out now.
Yeah,
push it into the game. Here you go. And that'd be a good way to do it. But I'm glad they've gone, no, let's focus on single player for now, because that's what's the most important part of like The Last of Us, is that single player experience.
While we're on The Last of Us, did you catch any of the stuff from it? The event?
No, I didn't catch it.
You didn't?
No.
Whoa,
Talk to me about it.
So, from what I only caught like the last maybe 2 videos from IGN just before we started this, because I just got home.
Yeah.
It looks insane. It looks deadly as, and they're kind of going on they're making it bigger. Yep. Which, if you played the last one, it was very linear. Which you didn't play, sorry. But no, so the last game was very, very linear.
Soon, maybe.
You didn't really have that many paths to go through, and you could kind of stealth a little bit or just go all in. This one, they're going much more bigger. So Uncharted 4 started to give bigger areas for the player to play in. That's what they're doing with this. They're expanding and I believe they're putting in little like side missions and side events and stuff like that for you to do, but it'll the story will dictate how that plays out depending on where you are in the story in relation to the world that you're in. So what part?
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Nice.
I'm gonna rewatch it all and I'll go through it all again next week. I think.
Next week, yeah.
But it looks awesome, man. That trailer of when Joel comes out at the end and he's like, was never going to let you do this alone. I was like, that is fucking sick. Because those 2 characters you've got to play the first one to appreciate
the relationship,
the acting. The story. Like, those 2 carried the game easily. It wasn't the gameplay. In fact, if you went back and played The Last of Us now, it's quite archaic. It's combat mechanics and stuff. It's a bit janky, but the story is what sold it. And this one, it looks like they've upgraded all that combat stuff. Everything looks like it's been revamped. Ellie, who obviously is the main protagonist this time, is a lot more fluid. She's a lot more agile. She can move around easily, duck, take cover, go prone, do all these things. But like I said last week, they're going for brutal. And that's exactly what Neil Druckmann said. He's like, this game is going to be brutal. Like, you will feel things in this game that
I saw something about shooting lots of dogs. It was like a tweet or something from them. Or from someone. So to be shooting a lot of dogs.
No, he said you don't have to shoot any dogs if you don't want to. But he's like, when you do, you're gonna hear him yelp and scream. And it's like, do you want to do that? Yeah, pretty full on. So, but I think I'll definitely look into a hell of a lot more of it this week. See if get you and Static to watch some as well.
I'll definitely try and catch up on it.
Or chat next week about it, just because
you've been busy.
They've released a lot. There's a heap of information's come out.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's quite a lot to go through. And this was only what, the other day, yesterday, the day before I think it came out.
Yeah.
It was only a couple of days ago. So fucking buried in work this week. It's been great. What? So, in chat, Storby, covered Civ 6 yet? We have not. We haven't covered much this week. But apparently Civilization 6 is coming to Xbox and PlayStation.
Is it really?
Yeah. That's fucking cool.
Wonder how that's going to... wonder how the controls
are going to work. Yeah, I mean, then again, there's now keyboard and mouse support, so...
Yeah, but not everyone does it. Like, you don't play your console with a keyboard and mouse. That's the whole point of a console, is to sit back on your couch, really. And
it'd be interesting to see how the controls transfer.
Hey?
It'd be interesting to see how the controls transfer.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, that's it.
Apparently it's already on Switch, so...
I have seen it actually on the Switch, but haven't played it yet.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to, though. That's a good game, though. Great series.
Yeah, I've heard good things. It's not something I've played, though. Because strategy games aren't really... I do strategy well.
Oh, man. This game is like...
shoot things, it's great.
this game is one of those, like, I'll just do one more round, one more turn, and it's like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, oh, just do it one more. And just like,
one more, Mom.
Yeah. I'm stuck there in a bloody loop.
Yeah.
Just tell me before we finish this all up. What are you playing this week? What's your next big game? I know what it is.
You know what it is.
Tell the people. You know it,
you love it. Shadowkeep, October 1st.
That is our next big game that is coming out in
shooting,
the grand
looting,
of all these games.
And doing the dooting. I don't know what that was. But so it's out October 1st. I'm probably gonna sneak in some more Kingdom Come on Monday. Just to get scooch in there. Get my little fix. But yeah, so Shadowkeep, for those who are playing Destiny currently, a bit of a heads up, there will be a 24-hour period of downtime for Destiny 2. They'll be doing some maintenance, transferring all their systems over. Once it boots up, you'll be able to boot up Shadowkeep on Steam, Xbox, or PlayStation. No Switch yet. Maybe one day. And you'll be able to play Shadowkeep. It'll be ready to go. Also, the free-to-play new... So the way it works is like, there's 2 downloads, kind of. There's Destiny New Light, and then there's Shadowkeep. So New Light is the free-to-play version. It has all the Year 1 stuff from Destiny 2. So that's got Curse of Osiris, Warmind. What's the other one? There was another one before Forsaken, wasn't it? It was just the 2. And then it has the Forsaken areas, but not the story. You have to pay for the Forsaken expansion. But when you do that, you will get all the season pass stuff that's been going in the last year as well. So if you buy Forsaken with it, which I don't know how much it is, so that's basically how the new system will work. So if you don't buy the new season, you won't get the new story content, but you'll be able to go to the new areas and do all the new strikes and the new Crucible map. So the base of it will be there, but you won't be able to play any of the new exotic quests, raids, and story missions. And
what about PvP maps? Does
PvP maps are included with the free. Yeah, so anything that's like kind of public space, like the open matchmaking, like say your Crucible, your Gambit, and your strikes. Menagerie is staying where it is as far as I know. I don't
Black
think
Armory
to that.
Or the Forges.
Yeah, the Forges will be open as well.
Okay.
So you can you can go and do all that. I'm not sure if the Forges were they part of the season pass with Forsaken or post Forsaken?
Couldn't tell you, dude. The last game I played was Forsaken.
Yeah. Not entirely sure. But yeah,
we'll work it out.
Yeah, and also all the patrol spaces are expand open, and you get like Iron Banner and stuff like that too. So there's still a bit of stuff there to do as a free player, which is good.
There's a fucking shitload of content as a free player. There's so much. You'll sit there for weeks playing. I know, I can't wait for the new players to get to Curse of Osiris.
And go,
this game is shit.
But have you seen any of... they've had a heap of announcements this week, like just releasing new stuff, trailers, Vidocs, all that kind of shit. It's looking really good, man.
I have not, but I did see like Datto and Jez and all that with Bungie headquarters recording footage, so that generally goes with the next few days. You're going to see all the YouTubers dropping all stuff.
That's all out now. It came out the last day or two, but there's
I'll check something out.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing with the free thing. It had to do that to really bump up those numbers again. But man, if now that it's account wide, so the game understands where you're playing, what platform, then my account should recognize that I have purchased Forsaken, and that should be fucking unlocked on PC.
Yeah, it should be, but it's not.
No, it's not.
And it's also still kind of super convoluted as well. Like they've got like they put out like not a graph, like an info picture thing. I think it's on the main Destiny account. It's pretty well everywhere on the internet. But it shows you what you will be getting as a free player, what you'll be getting if you pay for just the season pass, what you'll be getting if you pay for just Shadowkeep. So there's a few different options, and it's still kind of messy. I'd really like them to be able to clean it up so it's alright. And there's like a very definitive line of like, this is what you're playing if you're a free player, this is what you're playing if you're a new one. And they've got that, but it's still all over the place. There's like chunks of bits and pieces everywhere.
And we definitely all go up to 750, don't we?
Yes. So everything in your vault and on your character will be boosted to 750 as of Shadowkeep.
Yeah,
and then the soft cap is 900. The hard cap, because there's more, is 980.
Damn.
980 or 950, I think.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, that's
from 900.
Yeah. And you can only get there through pinnacle activities and prime engrams from 900 upwards. And then once you hit that hard cap, there's a thing that they've got what's called an artifact, which has been in Destiny before, but it works differently. But basically, as you earn XP, you upgrade this artifact, and it takes your power level higher, and that has no cap for the entire season. And then resets every season, you get a new artifact. So realistically, you can go up to 2,000 power level plus if you ground it out.
So the guys like the big YouTubers that just love Destiny are just going to wreck it.
Yeah, you're going to see people like Gigs and Dado and stuff just go absolutely mental with it and race to see who can get the furthest in the season.
When's the raid go live?
The raid goes live on the 5th, I want to say.
Are we raiding? Are we doing raid on the day?
I mean,
it's a weekend raid.
It's a weekend raid. I'll have to check what time, but yeah, I'm definitely down.
Well, if it's the 5th,
we can get a crew together. Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm on PC. It's preloaded, ready to roll.
I don't sleep, so we'll be fine.
That's right. You know, sleeping.
But no, that'd be cool. We'll do something. But, ladies and gentlemen, shorter episode this week. We're a little light on things. But thank you for hanging out and listening. And Gray's tired because he's been out bush all week, not playing
sleeping
video
on the
games
floor,
like a nerd.
literally sleeping on the ground for 4 days.
Worth it though?
100%.
100%.
Totally worth it. You know what's going to be even more worth it? My bed.
Your bed. Oh, Static wants to know where you were. I think more for...
Wants to know where I was. I was in Kakadu National Park, which is about 200 km away from here.
Yeah. So if people would like to see photos of that, Gray, where can they find you?
They can find me over on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Grey Aussie Gamer. Very smooth.
I know, right?
Very smooth.
Super fucking smooth.
Yeah.
I'm Deft Puppies. You can find me on Mixer, Twitter, and Instagram at Deft_Puppies. If you'd like to contact the podcast directly, you can find us on Twitter at left_pod. We are live every Sunday night on sometimes Twitch when Static's around, and I'm here on Mixer on twitch.tv/StaticOz and mixer.com/Deft_Puppies. Also, don't forget our YouTube. We have that up and running for the most part now. So go visit that. Just look up through the thumbs. Links will be in the show notes because we don't have a custom URL, and you should totally.
But we're gonna work on it though.
Yeah, you're gonna subscribe. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna subscribe. We're gonna get that custom one going. Yeah. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You all have a wonderful week. Enjoy whatever games you're playing. And
we'll see you on Sunday for the Destiny podcast.
The new Destiny podcast. Thank you very much. Don't forget to rate and review. And we'll see you later.